Penn State, a 44-31 loser to Ohio State. That's Nate Bauer and Sean Fitz. I'm Greg Pickel from Blue White Illustrated. Sean, I'll start with you. Penn State follows a pretty similar script that they have in years past where they get a lead in the fourth quarter and then can't keep it.
It was the same thing over and over again, wasn't it? Always Ohio State. Penn State outplayed them for 51 minutes. I don't think there's any doubt about that. Came back, got the lead, and then the onslaught came. I think the talent difference, the depth is really what showed up. Ohio State put up 28 points in the fourth quarter. That's what Ohio State does. It's a waterfall game. It's a snowball game. Penn State found themselves kind of helpless. You feel really bad for the defense, especially 4 turnovers by Sean Clifford, essentially. The defense just kind of on their heels because of it, and unfortunately for Penn State, that's not the equation they needed to pull this one out.
No, so obviously the pick six was one of those turnovers. 21 points total for Ohio State off turnovers. Nate, what do you make of Sean Clifford's performance in this game and also Penn State's ability to bounce back from it now moving into November?
Give me the easy one, huh?
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
What do I think of it? I thought that for the most part, it was solid. He was fine for most of the game, but we're here, right? We've been through this, and this is just the reality of Sean Clifford, is that for as many good things as he does, the backbreakers are the backbreakers, and they broke their backs again today. And so, whether it's Bryce Hefner getting steamrolled and the strip sack in that moment, which leads from a 23-21 game into a 30-21 game, right? And at that point, the game felt like it was over. Right. Even once you get a little bit of an opportunity to come back and maybe cut a 13-point deficit down, it's another pick six, right? It's just all of these blend together in the sense that last year at Ohio State, it was a strip sack and, just these defining plays. Right. And they haven't changed. They haven't changed. And so for all the Penn State fans that are frustrated and are saying to themselves, man, I wish this would change, I get it. I'm saying that right now. Like, I understand why there's a level of frustration because it has just repeated itself. James Franklin talked about it all offseason, the 3 to 5 plays a game that Sean Clifford was determined to change. They didn't change. They didn't change today, and that's where you find yourself.
Solid's not going to do it against Ohio State. I mean, when you've got a team like this, for sophomore defensive end, JT Tuimoloau.
Good luck.
Yeah, thanks. He was otherworldly today, just incredible. But at the same time, that's the difference in Penn State and Ohio State. I think Adisa Isaac's a very good player. That guy is a different level player. Right. Penn State doesn't have those guys, and that really kept showing up at times. You feel terrible because 60-minute game, 51 minutes goes to Penn State. They take the lead in this end zone right here on a fourth down. The fourth down in the third quarter is probably going to be talked about more than it should be because you need touchdowns. Right. You're not taking a 4-point lead over Ohio State in the third quarter. You're not stretching that as far as you can against a team like this to come out to face that flood in the fourth quarter. You just kind of fell for those guys. I mean, I thought Kalen King played a heck of a game. Then on the other side, Parker Washington was just flat out incredible for Penn State. They needed to just make one more play, and unfortunately for Penn State, they can't afford that margin of error that we talked about all week. They just can't afford to come up short.
Yeah, and they did certainly in too many key spots today, certainly in the fourth quarter. Nate, final thoughts as we get ready to wrap up another Penn State game here at Beaver Stadium.
Yeah, a few. Somebody said to me, and I'm just recollecting this.
Was it a route, yes or no? You let us know your thoughts on that.
Look, definitionally, a route is what happened.
A route at 20 points. They came back. There was 2 backdoor covers in this game.
Yes.
So I mean, I understand that the battle was close for the majority of the game. There's no denying that. But when it goes like this and it's just a blink of an eye and Ohio State is able to do what they did offensively, it turned that game, and defensively, right? I mean, there were defensive points that were scored in this game. It just changed the complexion of the game entirely into, yes, what I would describe as a route. No, somebody said to me in the elevator on the way down, they said, man, that was what a crazy 9 minutes there. And I thought to myself, No, the 51 minutes before it were crazy, right? Like that was a performance from Penn State to be able to withstand some of what Ohio State did, to hold Ohio State at bay. Like that, none of us predicted that, I don't think, and yet we predicted Penn State to be able to hang in, maybe, right? Playing their best game. Penn State didn't play their best game. Ohio State definitely did not play their best game. But you just see the difference. Like, you see the differential between these programs with the players that they have and the types of plays that they make. Like, to me, that's the thing that stands out overall is Penn State had one today, Parker Washington, who made those types of spectacular plays. Marvin Harrison did it. Travion Henderson did it. C.J. Stroud did it. Like, the defensive end did it. You name it. There were just that many splash plays all over the field for Ohio State that Penn State just didn't have. And ultimately, that's where you get in a game like this.
Sean, final thoughts?
Yeah, no, not much to add there. It's just one of those things. It's just continually heartbreaking. You see the difference in the program. I mean, we talk about playing the game, and 60 minutes is there's only so much you can take away from 60 minutes, but you can see the different levels of the program. And unfortunately, when it comes that far, that fast, it's so tough to sort of put Penn State. You want Penn State to be with Ohio State, with Michigan, and now after these two games, you're sort of seeing that gap show up, and it's unfortunate.
All right, for Nate Bauer and Sean Fitz, I'm Greg Pickel. We'll catch you next week at Indiana. Until then, BlueWhiteIllustrated.com, $10 to sign up until August 31st, or through August 31st, rather. So join us today, BlueWhiteIllustrated.com. We'll catch you next week.